Stream mates, what up, friends? We got to figure out what Tati's wearing. I've been trying to figure it out all morning. Why is my thing not working? Can you hear me? Oh, there you are. Okay. Ooh, I love when I get a notification that says Jesse and Tati are live. Going back to this. I like that. Wait.
I can hear your music. Turn it down.
Oh, okay. That I will.
Just because, you know, they'll make it weird.
100%.
They'll stop us from being great.
Stop us from being great.
Guys, it's like the story of my life, stopping me from being great, you know? All these rules is like stop me from being great.
Mahir's in the house. Emily's in the house. Marco's doing his thing. This next song right here was special request. This is a dedication from Tati to me because I feel terrible this morning and I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah. We want to make sure that Jesse's okay.
I had the spins last night, like right before I went to bed. Last thing I remember was like saying goodnight to my son. I was like laying down and he was like, bye, Dad. And he was just like, the world is spinning, literally like spinning in circles. And I closed my eyes really fast because that's what I do when I get dizzy. And it was still spinning. You know, like if you drink too much or whatever and you get the spins, you feel better if you shut your eyes. I was not feeling off the roller coaster while shutting my eyes. So I was like, what the hell's wrong with me? And then I woke up a couple of times in the middle of the night to go to the restroom. And if I got up too fast or was walking too fast to the restroom, I started feeling the dizziness again. And so I started feeling it really bad this morning in the shower.
I think you need to get your crystals aligned. Remember the day we talked about that, and it was a bit of a process because I think they like kind of spin you and stuff like that.
Upside down.
Yeah,
so that's a very interesting. I lost it, and I was telling Shelly this when I first showed up this morning that motion sickness and dizziness and stuff for me has been something that has gotten progressively worse the older I've gotten, and I'm to the point now where if you told me to look under the table, like if I was standing up and you said, "Oh, there's something stuck underneath the table," I would be out for the count. If I turn over and turn my head completely upside down and tried to look underneath like a dinner table or something, I would get sick immediately. And I can't do that basically anymore. I can't.
I blame Harry Potter, by the way.
You what?
I blame Harry Potter.
Why?
Because on the Harry Potter ride, you've never been the same.
I've never been the same.
100%
never been the same after I rode that.
Yeah. So that was like you went to do a media day and rode the gnarliest like virtual roller coaster ever that shook you all over the place, and you've not been the same.
You have motion sickness and you went on the Harry Potter ride?
I didn't have a choice. That's a funny thing that kept happening to me in LA, Tati. They would be like, hey, we need all the DJs for Kiss FM to go to Magic Mountain and ride Colossus because we're going to record you guys riding it, and then people are going to go online and try to pick what DJ scream it was. And I would be like, I can't go on roller coasters. I will get really, really sick. And they would be like, ooh, kind of part of your job, part of the promotion. You need to figure this out. So being a part of that station up there, I kept having to do that. And so one year the Harry Potter land was opening at Universal Studios. So they wanted all the DJs to go and test everything out. But the problem with that is that no one had been on those rides before. They were brand new. So I basically got myself strapped into a ride that was one of the worst motion sickness rides. And a lot of people, here's what's funny about that ride. First of all, I strapped into that ride with two other radio girls that worked radio in LA. We went on the ride together. It was spinning, going up and down, and in 3D. It was like the trifecta of make somebody motion sickness. And so I was projectile vomiting spray on this ride with these two radio girls sitting next to me who were mortified at what was going on with me. So when I got off the ride, they just like grabbed some workers from Universal Studios, grabbed me and threw me in this throw-up bathroom that they have inside of most theme park rides. I didn't know about it.
And the thing is that sucks is you asked them, like, hey, is this going to be an issue because I can't deal with motion stuff because I get motion sickness really bad? And they're like, no, you're totally fine. And then like weeks later, it comes out that the Harry Potter ride is too gnarly for people and they needed to tone it down.
They literally had to readjust that ride because so many people were getting sick off of it. Well, anyways, long story short, I have never been the same after riding that. And that was like 5 years ago. My balance, everything has never been the same from that. And
wow,
that's what I'm going through. Crazy. Oh man, and every single time I see one of those girls I threw up all over, when I see her on Instagram, I just like get the worst feeling in my stomach ever of like, how embarrassing of a meet and greet was that right there? Projectile vomiting. What happened? Oh, Talia never got a gift card. That's not okay. Hold on, we got to say hi to Eva and Chris. Hi, friends.
Hi, Eva. Hi, Chris. I think she wants us to say hi on the radio, no?
We could do that.
Yeah, we'll say hi.
Plug real quick.
Right now, though, because if they're listening right now, that'd be great. That's what
hey, Tilly, just so you know, I talked to my promotions department and things are still super backed up because we've had our front office has essentially been closed to everybody since March. So they're setting appointments for people to come and get their gift cards. Otherwise, they'll email you. So just give them some patience, please, because there's also one person in that department handling all of that now. So it's a little...
Used to be like 5.
Yeah, there was 5. And somebody even called me yesterday like, hey, I was trying to email Kelly. And I was like, yeah, I don't think Kelly's here anymore. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. Yeah, so.
All right. Mariah. 90s. Ooh.
I'm really proud of the fact that I now know how to make eggs in a microwave, by the way. It's kind of been a game changer in my world because I've never been a breakfast person to begin with. But now, I know how to make eggs in a microwave. It's pretty rad.
Yeah, I have been told my whole life by my mom that you should never waste time and make eggs any other way. She always makes eggs in the microwave.
Oh, really?
Like her jam, yep. Yeah.
I've never been an egg person. I like made myself learn how to eat eggs because I felt like I was missing out on so much food.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Yes, Thor. Okay. I told you about the butt dial from Saturday when I accidentally butt dialed all of the stream mates to do video calling. And I looked down and I was sitting next to Oliver and he's like, why are the stream mates calling me? I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I wonder if like somebody hit a button or like, I don't know, like there's people who are admin on there and maybe they did something. And then he like hung it up and then it said, he held it up. He's like, you started it. And I looked at my purse and I pull it up and we're like sitting at the bar having a beer and Edward's like, hi. And I'm like, oh, hey buddy, sorry, not right now. Not a good time. Sorry, click. I got so nervous.
Edward got straight hung up on? Oh man.
I was very thrown off and very like, oh, what just happened?
What if Andrew was on there? That would have been the best. Oh, man. All right. What is everybody going to miss about not being able to shop at Fry's? Fry's is closing down. Oh, man. I'm feeling rough right in this moment. Live stream is on. Start 94.1, Jesse and Tati in the morning. Tati, I don't think you said a single word yet on our live stream.
I know. She's doing her hair. Look at her hair.
You guys were doing your thing. So, you know, I'd let you guys do your thing. And I didn't realize my hair was going to come out this big. So I'm kind of just trying to.
I love it.
I didn't realize it's going to be so big.
Are you crimping your hair right now?
I don't know what that thing is. It's that my sister bought it for me. I thought it was, remember we were talking about this once where I thought it was that big thing that when you dry your hair.
Oh, the diffuser. Because of that, I ordered one and I got it in the mail yesterday.
I'm so sorry, Shelly, because that's not what my sister got me. She got me this bed head head thing where it looks like
Okay, so this is
huge.
First, not a controversy. This is the thing that was. Oh my gosh!
It's big, guys.
First of all,
What are you trying to make something?
hold on, just in sync right now with "I Want You Back" wraps up the 90s at 9. Thank you so much for listening to our favorite segment of the morning. We're live streaming right now, which means this conversation is happening online as well at jesseandtati.com.
Yeah.
My wife a few days ago, she got one of those.
One of these things?
She did her hair like that when we all went out on set. Remember when we were hanging out on Saturday night?
Her hair looked different.
She had done it the night before, but it lasted through the weekend type of vibe.
Oh man, how long is this hair gonna last?
Oh, that's that. Yeah, that's the thing. I was going to tell you that thing you're doing is a new style of like crimping that everyone's trying out, and it does hang in there for like 3 or 4 days if you wanted to.
Oh, okay. Well, it's huge. It looks almost like I'm going into the OBGYN. Like it's
I think it's quite a tool right there. Actually, show everybody on the live stream what that thing looks like.
I'm holding it up to the camera now. Like
Oh
this
my
is what it
gosh.
is, but I didn't realize my hair was gonna get so big with it. It's pretty
Oh, it looks cool and fluffy.
It's a bed head. My sister got it for me. It does look fluffy. I look fun.
I like it. Jump on it. You can check it out for yourself, and you can see this little contraption she's using in there to do her hair too. Go to jesseandtati.com, join our web stream, and I'll play some John Legend next. You're going to hear Ed Sheeran on Star. We got lots coming up.
Hey guys, good morning. Well, looking pretty good now. North 805 for Costa Mesa. It's going up nicely. It'll take you just about 20 minutes from Nashville City to University.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna get this big.
Everything you need.
Thor says, bruh, Fry's. Fry's is the place where you could buy a fridge, lingerie, a car stereo, a flux capacitor, and that brownie pan from As Seen on TV.
As Seen on TV section was the best. Like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go today just so that before they close all the way down, I'm gonna see if I can pick up some As Seen on TV products.
I actually go there for like TV screens. Like if you need like a computer screen or like a monitor for your son to play video games while out, you can get like $85 24-inch screens there. It's like nothing. Dude, people are loving your hair right now.
Yeah.
Loving. Hold on, guys. Edward needs to know really quick. Wait, what happened on Saturday? LOL, I can't remember. What happened was Shelly got drunk and butt dialed the entire stream.
I did not get drunk. I was not even drunk. Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding.
I do that. Everybody thinks I'm drunk all the time anyways. I don't need you.
No, they
verbal
don't.
out there.
I don't need you to add another drunk day on the list, okay?
Okay, you're right. It was Saturday though. Or
It was Saturday. And it was right before you walked up to Oliver and I. Like we were still like trying to figure out what the hell had happened. So.
That's so good. Do you put chakra stones under your mattress? What is that? Hold on.
I think you should.
I'm gonna look those up immediately. Do they sell chakra stones at Fry's, do you think?
Maybe near the register. On the way.
Right.
The longest line.
Every possible massage contraption you could possibly need.
Chakra stones. Ooh, I want a chakra stone tree. They have a tree.
Billy, when I say that I'm thirsty, Billy. Is that what
Billy?
Billy.
Yeah, Oliver has a point. By the way, producer Shelly's boyfriend, Oliver, will. You know what? Get ready, Oliver, because I think we have to do a really good segment on the air called Significant Other Name Drop. And this is where we get all three of our significant others on the phone. And when we pick up each one, they tell us the most famous person they have met or hung out with. And we see who has the best name drop. This was brought up because Tati's husband apparently has an A+ story about the times he used to party with a well-known network TV star. I won't say who it is, but I liked it.
He likes dropping it. One day when he gets back on this stream, he's gonna have to drop it. I don't think Wednesday's good for him. So.
No, Wednesday's not a good Marvin Day.
No, it's not a good Marvin Day. But yeah, you gotta let him drop that one on you guys because it's his to drop. I don't want to drop no names for him.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil his thunder either. That's why I'm not saying the name. Thank you, Martha.
It'll be like a name drop Thursday or name drop Friday or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And then we'll share good stories. Like I'll share the story about drinking beer with Ed Sheeran. I'll do a little name drop story there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Natalie goes with you to all of like Wingo, Tango, and all of that. So I'm sure she's got plenty of stories. What is happening with my hair here?
No, I will say that I don't really, you know what's funny? This is so bad. I don't really like it when my wife is with me. Whoa.
I don't know.
Shelly, your baby hairs are very serious right now. They're very aggressive. Someone needs to come in right now and trim your baby hairs in the back.
No, that's going to make them worse. I just need to put them up in a bobby pin.
I have some spray that you just spray it up into, like, you know.
Yeah. I've got bobby pins. I'm good. If I don't have bobby pins, I'm sure they're all over Oliver's place anyways.
Wait, you hung out with Cher's best friend, but not Cher. Who's Cher's best friend?
Oh, yeah. How do you know it was Cher's best friend? Because I could sit there and be like, yo, I'm Cyndi Lauper's best friend. What's up?
I'm Vince Vaughn's best friend. Legitimately Vince Vaughn's best friend. He's just doesn't
I'm
know
Alicia
you.
Keys' best friend. I went behind her house and hiked.
Wait, who's?
Alicia Keys.
Oh, you guys are close.
Yeah, we're so close. I was behind her house. That's how close we were.
Hold on. I missed the butt dial. Saw it later, but at first I thought, oh no, Jesse and Tati are in trouble and Shelly is rallying the troops. Wow. Is that what could happen if Tati and I are in trouble ever? Do we have troops to rally? Whoa.
For sure.
I'll take it. I love to rally a good troop. Whoa. Dang. What does everybody think about this mom who, so this mom and her husband, their love life was a little vanilla. And so they decided she should go on OnlyFans and start a little page with some tasteful stuff, blah, blah, blah. Well, she made $14,000 her first month. And so it was like their new thing, this husband and wife. Issue is she has 3 kids that go to private school. And somebody at the private school found out mom's OnlyFans page. And now the private school is expelling the 3 kids because
it was the principal that was probably on OnlyFans and was like, uh-oh, I'm going to bust her before she busts me. But ultimately, that's her.
Is that what you think it is?
That's always the case, right? People are like, oh, but how do you know? How do you know?
But here's my thing now.
You put yourself in to where you were there to witness said thing.
Yeah. What did you see? Did you even see anything, or did you see something?
He who smelt it, dealt it. That's kind of what I
smelt it, dealt it. Yep. And he who denied it, supplied it. We know both of these things so far. That's what we will know. But I don't know because is going on OnlyFans and showing provocative pictures of yourself with the consent of your husband and everything. I mean, it seems all good with her personal life. It's not creating issues with her personal life. So isn't that weird that it creates other issues when it's not illegal to be on OnlyFans, yet there are sleazy hedge fund guys who are bilking people out of their money, sending their kids to private school. And there are cartel members who make a ton of money. They're also sending their kids to private school. So I'm kind of wonder if now we're on the place where we're allowed to judge people's income and how they get their income. Shouldn't that be across the board and not just for a mom who's on OnlyFans? Shouldn't they now be investigating everybody's money and where it comes from to make sure that it's a righteous / morally correct way to make your money? I don't know. I'm just curious.
That was a weird, evil laugh you ended there with. Okay, stop it. Okay, stop.
I'm feeling weird and evil, friends.
I heard my laugh sounds like a witch, so who cares?
Sounds like a witch.
Yeah, like those evil, wicked witch of the West. I'm like, aw, that's sad. Okay, so I don't think that it should be, people should question that, but what I would think, because Edward said it earlier, he's like, that's embarrassing. The kids must be embarrassed, right? Because you know the other kids are hearing about this, and then they're
especially the 12 and 14-year-old. Like the 14-year-old in particular, the 8-year-old's like, what's going on? I have no idea what is happening right now.
Yeah, like Ari's mom is on OnlyFans. Did you hear about that?
It would be a bummer to like
doing her makeup naked on the toilet.
It would be kind of a bummer. Now that I think about it.
Poor Ari. I'd be like, oh yeah, you like your cell phone? That's how we're paying for it, kid.
Yeah, exactly. While your leg is up on the counter and you're twerking or something like that. And she's like,
Right? Oh yeah, you like that, huh? You like that phone you got? That's how mama's paying for it.
That's right, Mel. I saw that video too. Jeff's laugh has gotten worse over the years, and it's very creepy. Very creepy. He goes, ha 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 ha. Like his whole mouth goes. You're like, whoa, easy does it, bro. Kick back a little bit.
Easy does it.
Yeah, that's right. I had something else I wanted to bring up on here. I'm just trying to remember where I put it.
That's gotta go. That eyeliner's dry.
Oh my God.
I don't remember the last time I put eyeliner on.
Lucky you. You've got lashes and brows that are already there. You wake up with those.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. That wasn't like a, oh, well. That wasn't trying to be like that at all. It was more of like, I wonder if I had to in a pinch, but I think it was probably when I did the on-air thing for Tommy.
Shelly, you are looking radiant today.
This guy.
I love it. She woke up like that, but you know, because you wake up next morning. What's happening?
Seriously, watch where you're walking.
Talia, good night. Have a good sleep. Have a good rest.
I'll find out for you, Talia. I may not get an answer for you. I don't know, but you have not been forgotten. It's a slow process right now to get prizes to people. So
here's the thing, guys. Let's think about something right now. So we're like, oh, this mom whose kids and OnlyFans, right? But we know so many celebrity moms who are like on with everything kind of hanging out. So we're like the ones that get on Playboy. Like, I mean, hello, Kim K was on there and her kids, their daughter's 7, 8 now. These are celebrities all have to show a lot. Not have to, but it blends, right? So
right.
If it's just a normal mom, it's because we're like, oh, it's just a normal mom. It's not her job. She's not a celebrity. But these days, all of these platforms are making celebrities out of regular folks. So are you going to ride that wave and get paid like celebrities do? Or are you going to say, no, I can't because the school's going to kick my kids out of school? Like, are these
weird double standard
celebrities kids go to kicking out their, like, I'll tell you what, Amber Rose said her son goes to school with Channing Tatum's kids. And I was thinking, oh, okay, private school, right? So Amber Rose is like the don't slut shame people of all.
Right.
When you see all her posts, are they going to kick him out of school because his mom is like Amber Rose?
Yeah.
Probably not.
That's a very good question. That's a great way to look at it right there. Amber Rose, by the way, has got to be making a killing on
Is she doing OnlyFans?
OnlyFans. Oh, yeah.
Dude,
is everybody doing OnlyFans?
I heard a lot. I heard every celebrity is doing that kind of an OnlyFans and making dumb money on that.
Well, she's a person that was a little bit ahead of OnlyFans. Like her hotness was like before there was anything like OnlyFans, and you almost like feel happy for those ones that were able to still get in on it and make some money off of it, because you're like, man, when she was like the hottest thing, she wasn't making money off of it before. Now she could at least make a little dough. JesseandTati.com is where we are live streaming right now. You can jump in with us. You can be one of our stream mates, which is what we call everybody that hangs out with us. And it's very interactive on our web stream. You can ask us questions, comment on the stuff we're talking about, and and you can see your comments on our screen too while we're posting.
Yeah.
Tati's getting a lot of compliments on her crimped hair right now. Is that what we're calling it?
Jesse.
A lot.
But yeah. Today too. You don't even know you're not feeling good. You look good. Your hair looks good.
Thank you.
Nobody would know. Nobody would know.
Terrible today.
They're not going to know.
Okay, well, JesseandTati.com, join us on our web stream so we can keep that party going. And hopefully, by now, with us, Wednesdays mean the Lonely Parents Club. And that's where you have a chance to tell us about the very honest things your kids have been saying to you at home or at school or whatever it is. We do it in the 7 o'clock hour and the 9 o'clock hour. So get ready. You'll hear it coming up here in 10 minutes. Ed Sheeran right now on Star 94.1.
I think we're gonna do. Listen,
Sing
I
it,
know
doo-doo-doo.
we're here now. We're not gonna do.
All right, here we go.
We're not gonna do karaoke.
Who's thirsty?
Because if you think about it, we can't even do karaoke on here anyway because we'll get flagged if we play music.
Yep. We're probably gonna need another song, Shell.
Okie doke.
Okay, that fell on deaf ears.
What did you say?
I said we can't do karaoke anyway because we.
Oh, I know. Yep.
We're not allowed.
Base coverings. You know what? Let me tell you something. Back in the old days, Marco, when there was budgets in our promo department for this radio station and the others here in town, that is the first thing we would have done. We would have had masks like crazy that say Star 94.1, but pandemic killed all that kind of vibe. See, if I'm thirsty, I don't want a glass of water. I want you to sympathize. I want you to say, Gloria, I too know what it feels like to be thirsty. I too had a dry mouth. I want you to connect me through sharing and understanding the concept of dry mouthedness.
Sympathize. I want you to say, Gloria, I too know what it feels like to be thirsty. I too have had dry mouth. I want you to connect me to sharing and understanding the concept of dry mouthedness.
Dude, you so could impersonate her.
She's really
You're
good.
really good. Rosie Perez. I don't know if you know that, Shelley, but that is an entire line that Thor wrote out that's from the movie White Man Can't Jump.
That's amazing. And I've never seen that movie. That shouldn't surprise anybody here.
Jesse, here's an idea for a future topic. What is the weirdest things your child has had on their search history? Oh, that is a pretty
That goes
good
back
one.
to the conversation that you guys had about when Oliver had to go and take care of his dad's stuff and what he learned about his dad cleaning off the computer.
Yeah, that is correct. No, I honestly, I think that the problem with being able to know what we search for and basically anything that we do now is that it wasn't like that before. Like my dad, I'll give you the example. My dad had Playboy magazines inside of an old broken microwave in his shed in the backyard. Okay. So the only time he tapped into that side of himself in my head was when he went out to his shed and got into the microwave, the old microwave, and pulled out a Playboy. And so then you would go like, oh, that's weird to think of my dad going to his shed and pulling out a Playboy. It's so ill. You'd think that, right? Well, now there's not that. There's not just like, oh, Shelley probably goes out to the shed and has something. It's like, I'm going to find out exactly what Shelley does, when she does it, how much she does it, what time of day it's like now it's like we're like so specific about what we know about each other that oh my gosh, dude, it's like too much. It's like just too much for me. You know, like the whole search engine thing is like.
So pretty much what you're saying is you want to be Mario Winans and you don't want to know, is what you're saying.
I don't need to know everybody's thoughts all day long and all of that. Like that's why I feel bad for kids right now, because you have kids with phones and their moms go, let me see your phone right when they get home. Let me see your phone. I'm going to go through your messages. And then the mom's like, I'm going through messages. And think about it. All those private conversations that you as a kid are trying to have that you normally get to have on the school yard, basically. Now, all those dumb conversations you have where you're learning how to have conversations and learning what's right and wrong to say to friends and learning what offends people and doesn't, and all this learning you don't really get to do because your parents are all up in it. Why did you tell Alexander today to bend over and I'll show you? I'm seeing it right here on your text messages. So I feel like it's like it probably gets in the way of our adolescence when we're just trying to learn about speaking to one another. It's screwing it up by all of us parents being able to see every single last word. We can judge the kiddos and get on them if we want to. We can read it anonymously if they want. But it's like so weird. It's just so like kids have no privacy, nothing.
I have a complete opposite take of you, Jesse. Sorry.
Which is that you would like to be that connected to all the things going on.
What was that sound?
What was that?
This is my wheel.
Oh.
It sounded like something was like being electrocuted or like,
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry. So go ahead. What's your take? I'm curious.
Well, my take is because, here's the thing. There's with these kinds of technologies, there's some responsibility that needs to be instilled with how you use it. And sadly, there are a lot of parents who are very hands-off, that let their kids go on these devices without putting down any groundwork or any ground rules. And then these kids go on, and now they took their bullying from on the playground, where it used to be, or in the classroom when they used to call people names, and now they've gone online and they have an online audience to their bullying. So whereas before, maybe 5, 6 other little jerk kids who want to and be part of the bullies audience, now you've got a whole world watching someone say, "Ew, you're so gross, kill yourself. Ew, look at so and so, she thinks she's so cute. You don't know how to do your makeup, stop." That's why I'm the person who goes, let me see, because I'm not going to let my kid be the reason some other kid did something bad to themselves or bodily harm themselves, because my kid's a jerk off and putting mean things online. You know what I mean? It's
yes, I hear that, but the only
messages is
my thought about it is context. And there's no possible way, even as someone's parent, to know what their context is always. And I'll give you an example. Jason will be playing his video games with his friends, and he'll be like, guys, if you're gonna keep doing that to me, I'm literally gonna play another game. I'm just gonna get on. I'm gonna play another game. And I'll hear him doing that, and he'll be like, guys, I'm serious. I'm just gonna go play by myself. I don't want to do it. And so in my head, I'm going, what the hell's going on? What are they doing to him? And so I say to him, I go, dude, just get off. If everyone's treating you wrong, just get off. And he's looking at me like, what? And I'm like, you're saying out loud. He's like, I'm beating them 100 points and they're mad. So basically everything I'm hearing him saying, he's joking. He's kicking the crap out of them, going, hey guys, if you guys keep beating me this bad, I'm getting off. And to me, it sounds like he is upset and he wants to get off, but he's not. He's talking shit to them. So to me, the context of us listening to every conversation and reading every conversation, while I do think you're right, it's a way to keep up.
Rather your son be the one talking shit to people than the one feeling bad and wanting to get off.
I'm not saying I'd rather. What I'm saying is it's activating me, and I don't even know actually I'm not even in the conversation, but I think I am because I can hear it out loud, but it's not what's happening. Like I'm missing all the context by not hearing what the other kids are saying. So if I were to discipline him for that or make him get off, think about that. Now he's got all these memories of me making him get off the computer when he's just being a kid and razzing his friends. But because I'm taking it way too serious or not hearing the context, now I'm affecting his playtime with his friends because I don't want him to. I don't know.
I think there's a fine balance. And I think what you did was actually good. You asked and you communicated what was happening. And when he was like, no, Dad, I'm winning. Oh, okay. Well, just make them feel so bad for losing. Then there was some communication there where you were like, it doesn't have to be extremes. It doesn't have to be all the way one way and all. I'm not going to jump on and be like, all right, that's it. For a week, you're done. I'm going to want to know what's the backstory. Why is this person talking to you like this? Or why are you talking like this to this person? Has this person been bullying? I'm going to want the backstory. I'm not just going to go fly off the handle. I want to know. I'm a quick reactor to things. And I definitely what the heck is this? And I'm like, what's up? But I let my kids tell me what's up too. I'm not just going to you know what I mean? Take their phones away and they haven't even explained anything to me. But yeah, I don't want my kids to be, I just don't want my kids to be the kids that make other people feel crappy. And that's what I'm telling my kids. It's not, my kids are always the victim. I'm worried my kids are the ones being mean to other kids. And I don't want to raise those kind of children. So I'm going to be like, what are you saying? Why are you saying that? You know what I mean? I don't want my kids to be shitty ass humans and making people feel crappy about themselves. I'd rather my kids be the kids that say, hey, don't worry about it. It's good. And that's what happened. And that's my past experiences. My kid was like, hey guys, don't worry. We lost the game, but it was close. We did our best. And, even when he was the good kid who said that, and he was told, "Shut the hell up! You're a fifth quarter player." Like, and he was treated like those kids' parents. What are they telling their kids? Oh, you're so good. Don't worry about it. The crappy players on the team, you don't need to hear their like the nice things they say. They're crap. They mean nothing on the team. They're fifth, fourth, seventh string. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to make sure my kids, especially Ari and Lincoln, who are light skinned in the ass, I want them to just be responsible and stick up for other people. But that's just my experience. Jesse, you're more like, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to be disciplining my kids for something that means nothing. Like it's just.
Yeah. And I think my experience with that too, especially with Savannah, was that every time I felt like I was creeping around a corner and I knew and I was paying attention to what was going on with her in her life, she would take notice and change how she was moving so I couldn't see the next time. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I kind of felt like the more she knew that I knew, even the little stuff, it wasn't like big things. It was like little things. It was almost worse with little things. It's like you already know that little thing. It was almost like she was like her privacy was visibly compromised. And she was always making me feel like, wow, you know that, or why are you interested? And so it made me feel like I created a culture where my daughter knew to basically hide 100% of everything from me because I reacted to everything, good or bad. Hey, I heard you say on the phone today that you got a great grade today. Oh my God, really good. Even the positive stuff. She was like, oh my God, like relax. You don't have to activate with everything that happens in my life. And so I find that if I treat Jason differently, it's not just for him, but it's for me. I'm not so up in the biz at every moment, feeling like I need to react or tell him good job or whatever. I just like, I don't know, man. I feel so weird. It's so weird, like, because you having DJ, your 24-year-old, and me having an 18-year-old, their genders, I feel like are a big difference with all this. Because you didn't really have those kind of issues with DJ, right? When he was like Savannah's age necessarily. I mean, he was a normal teenager, but
I would say he wasn't a normal teenager because he didn't look like everyone. And so he wasn't treated like everyone. So it's different. DJ is definitely different. And it's not just a boy thing. It's a color thing. So, it's a little different. But I will say this, Ari and Lincoln, who are, more mass appeal for the area that they're in, they don't have as many issues that DJ had, or any, actually. They don't have any of those issues. And my son's very, the youngest, Lincoln, he's Mr. I play every sport ever. So, for the area that we're living in, that's exactly what they like. It's like, if your kid can play and has a natural ability in coordination, it's like rah rah, like that's like the best thing ever. Which is, it's good and it's bad. I think it's kind of silly because look at what happened with this pandemic. Nobody's kid is anything now.
Well, I think that what you're saying there is interesting because we celebrate kids that are athletes, but we talk down to them and treat them like they're a waste of time and space when they are into video games. And so my thing with that right now is that the kids that play sports aren't the only kids who you can celebrate. If your kid is a non-sport player, to treat him like, oh, well, he's not a non-athlete, so he's less than, I think happens a lot. And I think that the connection to video games makes that worse. And we as parents need to watch out a little bit because those video games to them are their activity. And we see it as this like waste of time, overindulgence of, dopamine, and all that kind of stuff. We look at it as like, our kids are getting nothing from that. And I wish my kid was active. Well, guess what? We're still
pandemic for sure. And now it's like, we know that this is how they connect,
Yeah. And that's the thing. I really feel like I hope video games is changing in most people's eyes because when I was growing up, I knew a lot of people that wanted to do rollerblade hockey, and that wasn't a real thing. And no one did anything in their life and didn't go pro for that or get a college education. But they really, really, really wanted to do that. And guess what? Tons of parents thought that was the stupidest ass idea because there's no rollerblade hockey team at any school. So why would you waste your time playing a sport? You can't get a college scholarship, blah, blah, blah. That to me is a great example of that was just something that kids like to do. But because it wasn't football, basketball, basketball, and you weren't going to be seen as super awesome jock at school, it's like baloney. It was like, no, that was a dumb thing that a lot of kids like to do, but it was frowned upon and laughed at because it was. So that's my thing is like, is do you even have to be an active athletic person to get the same respect and love and that people that are? You know, you shouldn't have to be, but that is how we are currently set up still. I mean, dude, you should have heard the conversation I had the other day, Tati, with two dads at Jason's soccer practice, or not soccer, football practice, as to why they won't let their sons go on Fortnite. And it literally sounded like a person going, I have no idea why I don't want my kid to play that, but I don't because they should be playing football. And I was just like, wow, if you could step out of your guys' bodies and listen to yourself and listen to how last generation dads that sounds like, that was my generation of dad.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
the only reason that anybody should give their kid a hard time about sitting on video games so long is because they're not moving, and your bodies need to move. And like, as much as you get dopamine and endorphins from playing with your friends online, your body itself needs to move to feel good. Like you need to move. I don't know anybody, and if you're not going to move, then you're going to find ways to feel good, and it's going to be bad vices instead of video games is cool. That's fine, but you can't play video games for hours and hours a day. Like you can't sit on your couch and scroll through your phone for hours and hours and hours as an adult. Yeah, and how productive is that?
Exactly, but how many of us are doing that? To say that that's not how we're all living our lives is to say that we're not doing that, and we're all doing that.
Well, that's why
that's like me saying, Tati, I know you're going to spend a lot of time on your phone today, but here's the thing. This is really easy. Don't, and just go on a hike. It's not that easy. We're not going to not put our phone down.
Yeah, but that's why you got to make it happen. Like as a parent, you got to be the example, right? Like, yeah, you're on your phone. So when I'm on my phone, you can be on your video games, but let's figure out what we're doing later to freaking move, like as a family. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, yeah, hey, go move while I sit on the couch and play video games. Like, you can't just belt out orders and be like, here, go do this, that, and the third, and I'm just going to do this. Like, it doesn't work.
But it's just hard to tell them that.
Like, how are you your kids? I'm going to get up and walk. Like, if I'm going to go walking and you guys don't want to go, cool. But when I tell you that you need to do it, you can throw in my face all you want that I'm on the couch scrolling, but I walked today. I went to the beach. I did something physical, you know, like you have to be the example.
Yeah, but
I tell you that all the time.
Your cat?
I'm always like,
Henry just wants to like slap you.
I
Okay, so what do you say to Edward?
I would say, Edward, would you like to go to Michael's? Because Ari just found this new painting by numbers thing, and it's so like you could sit there for hours or like puzzles or like, you know what I mean? There's so many other things that if you don't
see. I still think, because I do the same thing. I'm only saying this because I do the same thing. I still think that that's still you deciding what your kids should be enjoying in their free time. That's your opinion, and I do the same thing. I go, yeah, but dude, you need to go shoot baskets out front of the house right now because how are you going to get good at basketball? Well, he doesn't care if he's good at basketball. I care if he's good at basketball. He just fucking wants to play basketball with his friends when it's time to play basketball with his friends, you know? So it's like it still is at the end of the day us guiding them away from video games because we still think there's other things that are better than that. And I am just saying like that is how we create a culture and where we pedestal certain things like sports. Yes, I know it's fun to draw. Yes, I know it's fun to ride your bike outside, but your mom and I signed you up for soccer, so you're going to soccer.
Right.
That's our opinion on what an active kid should be and how a successfully active kid. I know you have your own opinions, but ours are better. It still feels like that, you know. It still feels like we're doing that.
I don't know. If people are still forcing their kids to play sports, I don't know about that. That's a little weird. Like with my kids when they were younger,
I agree.
I signed them up to play everything so that they figured out which one they liked.
Do you think that that's changed in this pandemic?
Volleyball now. She's 13. She only plays volleyball now. But yeah, the whole Michael's thing is just trying to figure out an idea. Because when someone like Edward says, I don't like video games and sports, well, what do you like? What do you like? What do you like? Quiet?
Yeah. What do you like, Edward? Like, what do you like? What are you into?
Or do you like social?
That's a good question.
Or do you like quiet? Like,
what's your thing? What makes you happy? Like, what gets you excited? Like, give us something. Give us something to work with.
We're your parents now, Edward. We just want to prove how amazing we are.
We're actually proving our point right now.
I'm on this because you are Penny's parent, and sometimes you have to figure out what Penny wants too. Okay, so let's not act like Penny doesn't have her own like personality, because she does, and she wants to be her own cat person. But maybe you're infringing on her personality. You know,
all the time.
All right, so he likes comedy, music, and marketing. So if he wanted to sit and watch YouTube videos and of comedy,
get on Clubhouse.
Yeah, but what if someone came and said, you need to go outside and shoot hoops? All this comedy you're watching, knock it off. Got to go outside, shoot hoops. How would you feel, Edward? Would you feel like they are replacing something you love with something they need you to do? Or would you be fine with the reminder you need to go outside and shoot some hoops? I like this. We have a perfect 18-year-old millennial. Wait, Gen Zer, right?
Z.
Is it Gen Z?
I think so.
Yeah.
We're on the old end of millennial. You know that, right?
Dude, we are. Because it's
80. Well, you guys are actually outside of it. It's
Yeah.
81 to 96 is millennial.
Oh,
I'm Gen X.
I'm on the older end of millennial.
okay. We're excellent. Edward's 19 now. Thank
Edward, we're trying to have a real conversation here. You got to help us.
you. You gotta help. You gotta
Story
help.
of my life. Parents try to push out my hobbies.
You gotta help us. Mom and Dad aren't agreeing right now. Please help us, Edward.
I just think I think he's proving our point. You and I just spent 5 to 10 minutes talking about what kids need, and then we asked a kid, and it's like we're talking a different language to him. You know what I'm saying? This is my point. Is I kind of wonder how much of this is just really we have like dug ourselves into as parents, thinking we need to be the better idea in all ways for our kids because they're not using their heads. I have a better idea for them. Like,
Well, you have to parent your kids. You have to parent. That's what the hell is a parent good for other than shooting up in the club and promoting then? You're just gonna be like, do what you like because I want you to be happy and do whatever it is what makes you happy. Like,
no. I think it's like we don't know. I don't think we know yet how we're supposed to do it. I think we are doing a good job of trying to figure it out.
I don't know shit. We're
never gonna figure it out.
Yeah, you gotta try. You know, you're fucking. I'm not gonna act like, oh no, autopilot. Like the fact.
But what if, I'll give you an example. Like, what if we could do
parents think he's living in a fantasy reality. See.
They think I'm living in a fantasy reality. They hate my major, mass communications. They hate my goals. So.
Me too, Edward. Most parents didn't like their goals. My mom was like,
my dad didn't even acknowledge what I did for a living until he was in a meeting in Washington, D.C. with somebody who lived in San Diego. And they were like, wait, that's your daughter? And that's when my dad realized, like, oh, she's not just screwing around going to concerts all the time. Like, so parents will never like what you do.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like we could. But as parents, we have it stuck in our head that we really are in charge of every way they move up until they're 18 years old, including how they think or they should think. And Edward is 19 years old right now, which means he has parents that are our age, which means he has parents that are our age that clearly don't listen to what he wants to do with his life. So what I'm saying is we're still there as parents. We are still instilling upon our kids our crap. No matter what, whether it is moving, whether it is playing sports, whether it is excelling in school, whatever, I think we still don't want to acknowledge how much influence we still want to have with our kids and do have. And that is why social media, that's why TikTok is the way it is. The one thing that ruins TikTok is when your fucking parents become a part of it with you. or you find out your parents have a page, your parents want to think. So equate that to everything going on in kids' lives and how they can't escape us. We're reading their text messages and they cannot escape us anymore. They do a TikTok, they find a new thing. Hey, dad's in on TikTok. What the hell? They can't even have anything anymore. So I feel like we're not going in a good direction. We're getting actually worse. And our kids eventually are going to be like, they're going to be like 11-year-old kids, like backpack on, like, see you guys later. I'm going to try this life out myself. Go move out someday. See?
Happy Wednesday, Perla.
Going on a mandate with your boy Ray tomorrow. What? You're going on a mandate with Ray? Where are you guys going? Tell him to hit me up about the podcast meeting. He said he's going to get a meeting like 2 weeks ago.
I remember I was in 4th grade and I asked my mom if I could play volleyball and basketball. And she was like, yeah, okay. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I guess I got to sign myself up. I was like, I guess so. So like I had to go get the form and like forward the signature, and I had been practicing the signature for a while now because I wasn't going to go on any field trip if I didn't. So, I think everyone tries to find all the things that they thought were lacking in their childhood and they try to pour it into their children. And whether that's viewed as our crap or that's us just trying to be better than the generation before, I think that's what we're all just trying to do. But we don't know what we're doing. We all don't know what we're doing. We're all just parenting to the time that we were parenting. You're looking at the history, right? So if you have experience in this realm of things, that's all you know.
Right.
Anything more you have to read in books and personally develop, which is always good when I hear people talk about, like, that's why I like when we talk about like this kind of stuff. Because, I told you, Jesse, I was like, oh, you made me think to not react so quickly. Remember, I was like, yeah, my son had told me something, and my son tells me a lot of really personal, detailed things that I know he and I, like, I shouldn't be sharing it. And sometimes I'll share a little something of the things he says because I know that it makes other parents feel like, oh, wow, like my kid is normal for sharing this weird thing about himself or whatever, herself. But I'm trying not to react. So you learn from other people's parenting styles.
Yeah.
And I'm always open to hearing how other people parent because I want to see if it works. I tried it. I was like, let me not react to my son telling me how he almost didn't get his Amazon job. No details provided here on this, and let me just ease back and listen to what he said. So I think that it's good to talk about different parenting styles, but to be open to different parenting styles and not.
And I think I'm triggered by the privacy thing. And that's because I didn't feel like I had much privacy as a kid without social media and all that kind of a thing. And one moment that was really heavy for me was I went to spend the night at a friend's house down the street. And at like 10 o'clock at night, I just had a moment in my head where I was like, I don't want to spend the night here anymore. I'm going to walk back to my house. And when I walk back to my house, and I think I've told you guys this story before, walk by my house, I go to reach for the doorknob. And before I do, I can hear my mom and dad laughing. And when I start listening into the door, I realize my mom is reading a letter that I had written to a girl that I had hidden in my most secret spot in my room ever. So in that moment right there, I realized, A, my mom has been searching through my room when I'm gone. That's a big trust problem right there. I was in 8th grade. She's searching through my room when I'm gone. Wow. Second thing was, wow, I'm glad they're thinking that my sad love letter where I'm like professing my love to this girl that wanted nothing to do with me. I'm glad they think that's the funniest thing ever. And they're just like dying laughing right now. I turned around, I walked away from my house, walked back to my buddy's house, spent the night. Do you know that to this day, I have a problem telling my mom things about myself because of that moment? Because in my head, I'm thinking, I already have heard the sick joy she gets out of finding out personal things about me. I've heard her laugh. I've heard it. So she doesn't get any more. And so think about that. As a parent, all she was doing is like we do. Check our kid's iPad, check our kid's phone. Let's just make sure they're saying the right things. Let's make sure no crazy stuff's going on. She was searching through my room, making sure there was no drugs. I'm sure just doing a normal parent thing. But what she didn't realize, she grabbed something and decided to highlight it, and it kind of ruined our relationship. I'm 41, and I still find it hard to tell her personal things because I know she gets a sick joy out of it. And that, I think, is why I'm so triggered by the non-privacy thing, because as I watch our kids now, I feel like I feel like it's even worse. My mom had to hunt in my room. We don't got to hunt at all anymore. We just pull our kid's phone out. We can see every conversation they had with every single last person. And that has got to feel like a big blow to the trust that our kids have for us. But the thing is, we don't know it. We don't know it because there wasn't a generation before us that had a phone with all of their conversations on it. We are the test group for this. So we're going to find out later on in life as parents what's going on there. But I think that's why I'm so triggered by the no privacy thing for kids, because I really, really was so heartbroken to feel like I can't be myself in my own house because everyone's going to laugh at me for how I feel about things. And that's sorry. Hold on, I gotta go.
We're getting deep here today. Whew.
Don't let Tati drop that name on the floor. She's close with Alicia Keys. I mean, you walk her neighborhood at least once a week, right?
Oh.
That's a lot. They signed you up for a lot of walks right there.
Extra on that one.
Sorry.
It's been a minute since I've been in her backyard. Pandemic. We should try to keep our pods.
But yeah, try to keep them close. But you do hike over every once in a while by Alicia, and
oh yeah, that was last year.
that makes me feel close though too. I like hiking by a celebrity's house. It makes me feel like I'm connected to them.
I picked her up from the airport when she landed in Honolulu back in I think it was like 2003, 4. Yeah.
I think you told me that story when you were doing radio out there or whatever.
Yeah.
So you guys are close.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Mm-hmm.
I broke her song Fallen. Mm-hmm.
Did you?
I was the late night love jock back in the day who played.
Oh.
I know.
What's your late night love jock voice sound?
Yeah,
like?
do you have
like
like a
those
thing?
late night when you're like the official late night jock.
Right.
Drop it.
Oh yeah, let's get you in the mood.
It's so sunny in San Diego, and when it was Hawaii nights, it was just.
There was a guy here named Eddie Love in San Diego back in the day, and he's go,
she like.
Yeah, I used to do that stuff.
I'm trying to get mood lighting because the studio would get really dark, and it would be like a mood lighting. And when I was doing like shout outs from people who were incarcerated to those loved ones that weren't.
Yes.
You had to make sure you were getting the message out correct.
Okay. All right. I get it. Hold on. I was gonna find you a good song to just kind of like hit. So they like
guys,
late night with Tati, lots of love songs and jams and.
I remember when it was to Big Mama January. It's like, girl, I'm thinking about you. The last thing I do before this head hits the pillow is think about you and only you. So I'm sending this one out to you because if you remember how this pony ride was.
No. Those are the shout outs you used to do when you first started radio. I love it. I wish.
Oh my God.
Early morning love. And maybe we do a version of that.
I just hope that we get letters from incarcerated.
Me too.
Oh, you can get them from everywhere. I got them from everywhere, but those are the best ones.
Well, maybe we'll get into that tomorrow morning. We will be sending more people to the Disney Aulani with a chance at that crazy grand prize trip. So make sure you're signed up for that trip, star941fm.com. You'll have a couple more chances today, 220 and 520 to hear your name, which is what you got to hear to call us back. To get in on that.
Yeah, and then get $1,000 every year so you can spend some money when you're in Hawaii.
Okay.
Don't forget, it's the last week for the $1,000 payday.
Oh, that's right, producer.
We wrap this on Friday, so make sure you're listening to win your $1,000.
All right, it's gonna happen again next. We'll talk tomorrow. Pop champagne and glitter and gold. Oh my gosh!
I think we have those letters too.
Say what?
The letters that came in from different facilities.
Oh, all right. Well, that was a great, deep conversation. It kept me going, and I didn't get sick yet today.
Hayes is very worried about you. He's been blowing me up. So
he is.
Yeah.
You can't.
I said, boy, okay, and I was like, yeah, he's all right. He's like, all right, plant-based diet. Might that be it? Like, we'll be fine.
I wonder if that's it, honestly. I wonder if I've changed my diet so much that I'm kind of like screwed up right now.
That happened to me. But
your body's adjusting. It's getting rid of the toxins. So it's
all right, guys. Well, we'll be back on tomorrow or Friday. Excuse me. We'll do another live stream on Friday. Thanks, Eddie. We've got a lot of good people who jumped on with us today. Love you, Mel. Thanks, Thor.
Katie Murphy's listening. Dang it, Edward. We got that, and we're a wrap.
Ah, buddy, we would do it.
Katie Murphy.
All right. Hair award goes to Tati. Vertigo award goes to me. And Hooded Sweatshirt Award goes to Shelly. I have a good one on today, but yours wins.
I think Shelly's award should be listening to two parents blah 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 while she's
What's that?
Bears.
No. I'm used to it by now.
All right, guys, we'll talk tomorrow or on Friday. Bye.